I'm Master Gunnery Sgt. Peter Wilson, violinist and string section commander for the President's Own United States Marine Band, and I also serve as the voice of Marine Barracks Washington, D.C. Out of college, the first job I got was concertmaster of the Walt Disney World Orchestra down in Florida. And it's like one of the first times in my life that I was really having great fun playing music in an ensemble scenario. And then I had a dear friend who I went to college with who was a tuba player here in the Marine Band, and he called me up and he said, "Hey, we've got a violin opening in the Marine Band." He was such a prankster that I thought he was just, messing around. And there wasn't internet back then, so I couldn't do any research on it. So he said, "Don't worry, I'm going to send you a packet. It's the White House Orchestra." And I thought, wow, that's really exciting. So I was really not sure if I wanted to continue in violin, actually. I was going to kind of pursue conducting in my graduate work. And I thought, well, I'm just going to put all my eggs in that basket and just take this one audition. And it worked out. And for the first time ever, when I got here, it just felt like home. Even to this day, I can honestly say I just played my last White House job on Saturday, and it was just as exciting as the first day that I went over there. That's Tom Hanks doing a selfie with a flip phone before cell phone. If I had to pick out a few, meeting Meryl Streep was really exciting. Getting to chat with her down in the diplomatic reception room, which is where President Franklin Roosevelt did the fireside chat. So right off the bat, there's already history on top of history on top of you're talking to a celebrity that's an icon, right? That's exciting. Getting to meet Stevie Wonder, Sir Paul McCartney. So, the list goes on. We have a mission, and that mission is to provide music for the president and the commandant. But we also have a deeper mission, which is to, preserve and protect these American musical traditions, whether they be jazz or rock. These are elements that have started in this country, and we need to celebrate those as Marine bandsmen. 5 years in, there was a call for a new narrator at Marine Barracks Washington, and I had had radio experience in college and had actually really wanted to be a broadcast journalist when I was in high school, and I wasn't sure if I wanted music as a career, but I didn't feel like I could give that up because I'd been doing it for so long and it was so important in my life. And obviously now I had a job in music, so I pretty committed to that. So when this opportunity came in for me to audition for the voice of the barracks, I jumped at the chance. And I was offered the position as the voice after the audition, and I was thrilled because now I had a career where I was doing literally the two things that I loved from high school, music and broadcasting. I don't know that I've impacted the barracks nearly as much as the barracks has impacted me. If you're here this long, it becomes just a part of who you are. And I think that for somebody like me who's done 30 years here, 25 years of which I've been announcing, I sort of feel like I've become part of the folklore or whatever. I've become sort of part of the walls here, when you're here that long. And so I think that, if I were to give advice to people, it would be to find that place, wherever that is, that feels like home to you, and you feel like you can grow, and you feel like that if you needed to reinvent yourself in some way, that's where you wanted to do it. I joined the Marine Band in September 1990, and I'm about to retire after 30 years of service as a violinist of the President's Own.